Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to the Henshin. I believe it is the primary Kamen Riders, Henshin, and finishers from Ichigo to Zetsu. At least that's what it says here. So I will be splitting this into like 3 to 4 parts since it's quite long. So I hope you guys look forward to the other parts. But if you have a video that you'd like me to react to guaranteed, then be sure to go to my sponsor page, sponsor.apps/trailblazer_Didina. Now let's get started. Quite a close-up there. Oh. You know, that's kind of smart. Instead of doing like a flashy, smoky type of transformation, they just do like a close-up and then show each part. Ooh! That's a nice flip! And so I guess that's how they disappear, I guess. I suppose a lot of the early ones are all about smart ways to transition. That's so explosive! Kamen Rider Nigo.
Kamen Rider. Henshin.
Okay, so this is the more flashy version. Hey, but it's so fast compared to like other transformations. Like for example, if you look at like Maho Shoujo type genre or magical girl genres, it always takes like 1 minute. Here it's like less than 10 seconds. Which honestly I appreciate. That thing exploded. It makes me wonder. I did not expect that at all. Kamen Rider New Ichigo. Okay, so they did have the belts since like a long time ago. It just wasn't as noticeable in the openings. I wonder how many takes it took. That's so funny. You know, I'm pretty sure it's fun to be Kamen Rider, but I bet it's even more fun when you're acting as the villain. Dang, they really put that on fire. Kamen Rider B3. Oh, I just noticed that it's on the belt, like their name. It sounds like a fly or a mosquito. I guess so. Or not. It just took like 3 seconds. You know, I like how it looks like a regular kick, but then they explode. You're gonna explode, aren't you? I knew it! Can't have the kick without the explosion. Rider Man.
結城ジョージはこのマスクをつけることによってライダーマンとなり、手術した腕が電動し、アタッチメントを操ることができるのである。
Oh, this one's a lot less with the belt, huh? It's just the mask that's more important. and then exploded.
見ていてくれ親父
But it's interesting that the previous two overlaid with like an actual animation
仮面ライダー
to have the
アッ
effects.
プするのだ
And here it's just smart cutting. Oh no, here it is. Another of the animation effects. They're definitely experimenting quite a lot with how they can make the effects look a lot more natural and flashy. And even the enemies look a lot more detailed too. With the sound effects. No! Wait. Did he just?
X ライダー
Did he just flip in the air? With the rod? Ooh. Nice throw. Ooh. Ah, that's the X. Oh my gosh, you exploded. Rider whip. And those are the normal mobs, I guess. Go! Kamen Rider Amazon. Definitely doing a lot more flashier transformation there, but it's still quite fast, which is nice. You don't have to wait like 1 minute just for them to finish their transformation. Oh, did he just fight? Oh, that's so gory! Even though I know it's not real blood, but like, oh my gosh, all the paint. Wow! Stronger.
この姿じゃ勝負にならずで。
Ooh. Okay, it seems like at this point they're not going to be using the animation effects, the overlay, the 2D ones. Or at this point they only had 2D.
天が呼ぶ、地が呼ぶ、人が呼ぶ。悪を倒せと俺を呼ぶ。
Okay, now it's like giving me the Sailor Moon feels.
仮面ライダーストロンガー。よし。
Now I kind of wonder when Sailor Moon was released. Because I do wonder if there was some influence from it when they did the whole Henshin opening. Okay, so they implement the 2D animations instead of with the Henshin, it's when they're doing certain moves. That's actually quite smart. I think one of the things I appreciate the most is the smart storyboarding that they've done, Sky Rider, but also like when to implement certain effects and how to make it look as natural as possible. Nah, never mind. I thought it was just gonna be like no more of that kind of animation special effects, but nah. It really is like Sailor Moon with the whole flashing pretty lights coming from the belt or item they're using.
負けた。しかしお前も負けたな。私も？ここはネオショッカーの処刑場だ。生きて戻れん。
It's too great. Kamen Rider Super 1.
Henshin!
Okay, they're just full on embracing that, huh? I do like the fact that whenever it's lights, and then they jump, and then they're already in their outfit. So efficient. Oh, that's actually a smart move. To show like, kind of like an anime when you break a bone and they show it. It's definitely like that.
風よ、仮面ライダーだったのか。
Oh, this is the moment where the people around them learn. Defeat him! Stab him! Yikes! I wonder how they did that. I assume it was probably like some kind of 2D animation overlay and then time it with the flames. Well, except for that part, I suppose. Because wouldn't the actual like flamethrower be too dangerous? I love their kicks. I also like how they do the same kind of transition for those so far. Kamen Rider ZX.
行くぞ。シュン。
Oh, Zekrox. Or Cross.
Zekros.
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 Oh. The helmet looks a lot more like sharp compared to the other ones, or maybe it's just the quality of the entire show for now. Hey, they actually made him jump from the other side. Wait, the enemy turned into a normal person again? I'm kind of surprised, actually. Oh wow, that's so flashy. Hey, there's a lot more effects here. Okay. Okay, from this point on, they're slowly starting to increase the amount of time, huh? Kamen Rider Black! The one with the coolest in the earlier times. Outfit-wise. Oh my gosh, why are you flashing like that? I'm enjoying the fact that they do like these pauses whenever they get hit. You could definitely see the influence from anime itself and then translating that to more, you know, in real life, live action type. It actually surprisingly works quite well here. Especially since a lot of people tend to like dog on live action type things. Maybe because this is original. Or I don't think there's an anime, right? That came out in the beginning. So it feels a lot cleaner. Or it's less overdone, if that makes sense. It's overdone, but like not to a degree where it's like, it actually feels nice. I thought it'd be R cross again instead of RX. Wow, he flew into the air. Yeah, lady, I'm astonished too. And it is Kamen Rider's win. Merch material, I can sense it. Slice! Oh no, stab. Is it gonna explode? It's gonna explode, isn't it? Now! Or maybe not. Okay, and then it's gonna explode. Yeah, there we go. Kamen Rider Shin. What in the? Oh my god, that was actually really terrifyingly terrifying because of how smooth it looked. Oh my gosh, so much bright. Ah, it's so bright. I can't see. Oh, my eyes. Ah. Oh my god, what the heck is that? Ew. Okay, they've successfully creeped me out with the villain. Wait, no, that's not the creep. Is it the villain? Oh no, you're not the villain. I'm sorry, Kamen Rider. I didn't mean to say that you were disgusting looking. Oh no! I didn't want to see that. Stop it! Don't show me the. Break it! I think you should let go of it. Like throw it. Yeah. I think that's when they start to go very violent, huh? Sheesh, that was terrifying. Ah, now they're doing a glowing thing, huh? Oh, wow, that was really fast. Ooh. Ah! Oh my god! Okay, at least he didn't pull out like the spider or anything, so I'm still okay. Oh no, it's gonna go through, isn't it? Okay, never mind, he's just melting. Why are you touching that, villain? I assume that's a bad thing. A new enemy is gonna come forth, aren't they? Or not? I really would have thought it was the villain. Kamen Rider J. Hey, that was actually really smooth. Dang, that was really good. Ooh. That was a smooth kick. He won, thank goodness. What's going on? Oh, it's kind of making me motion sick. are those? They look so gross. I gotta say, I admire the enemy designs a lot because they look really gross most of the time. Kamen Rider is back. Wake up, kid. Now rip off its head. Actually, don't do that so I don't have to see anything gross. Ooh. Oh, dang. Yeah, break all of its things. Break it. Yeah. Now smash its head. I can't tell how much damage he's done, but he's getting close. I'm assuming that thing is like the final. Oh my gosh, boss! Oh, Kamen Rider is actually like a giant here. Okay. So I was wondering why we were seeing him from that perspective. Now it all makes sense. Ah! Destruction! You know, I'm actually quite surprised that the speed wasn't like super slowed down. Because I remember in a lot of shows, they tend to like slow down it a little to show like that it's not that easy to walk as fast in your in the big form. Wow! That transformation was like the smoothest so far. And with like, not like with lights and stuff, it was just like transition fade kind of thing. That was well done. Go! Golden kick. Nice landing. Ooh. Kamen Rider Agito. Okay, so this time they're actually using light again. I do think the previous one though was really impressive with the lack of light and the transformation looking really smooth and fast. Go! Ooh, he dead. Oh! Back to the nice explosions. Wait, how was he able to do a stunt like that? That's amazing. That speed! It's wonderful. Hey, but that's a really cool mask. Kamen Rider Ryuki.
Henshin!
Ooh, that was kind of similar to the other one, but with a little bit more light. Oh, they're using CG now, huh? So no kick for this one? This must be for merch purposes with the cards. Is there gonna be a kick with this? Yeah! Wow, you can actually feel the impact this time at this point. Kamen Rider Pies. I think this will be the last one for today. So complicated. I can sense the merch quality for this.
Complete.
Hey, this one was really smooth too. I feel like they're really playing around with the lights and the fading. And it's very pleasant to look at with the various ways they're doing it. Wow, that enemy looks so big. Ooh, oh! Okay, I did expect him to fly back, but I did not expect the blue flames at all. Lightsaber. Nice slice. He just became sand. I don't know which is brutal, becoming an explosion or literally shattering into bits of sand. Crazy. This time we're getting the kick. Ooh, wow. Okay, now I see the special effects even more here. Woo. Okay, we'll stop here. So I think in the next one, I think maybe we'll have like either a shorter part 3 or a shorter part 2. But I think we will be able to get it to be 3 parts instead of 4. I wasn't really sure, which is why I said 3 to 4 in the beginning. But I think for certain it's going to be around 3 parts. But either way, I think out of the ones that I've seen, only one of them seemed quite gory. Like the one where they were pulling out the spinal cord. But the rest seem to have toned that down, which honestly I kind of appreciate, because although it's kind of cool that they made it like kind of realistic-ish, I did not want to see that part, and that part was a little too much for me. But one thing I do have to admire though is their usage of lights and cutting, and definitely the simple transitional effects in order for like especially for the transformations. There's not always the same kind of animated thing. So maybe like the beginning was slightly pretty much the same, but after like the first 3-ish, they started to expand with and play around with the various lighting and then the cuts and also like the effects themselves, which I appreciated. It made me really enjoy the difference between like the first transformation from the first Kamen Rider to like the one that we just saw, very clean transitions. In the beginning, it was more about like smart positioning and knowing like when to cut something. That way it'll look like they transformed, or at least wouldn't have to utilize so much technique and as in like computer technique or something along those lines in order to get them to transform or do their finishing kick. It's usually like a 3 cut for the finishers, and then for the Henshin it's like a 2 cut. So it makes you realize that, I mean, nowadays a lot of films and shows tend to do a lot of cutting and CG and like special effects in like high definition, and they sometimes do it in a way that's kind of overdone. But then here it's more about like, you can tell that it's like not real for sure, but you can't help but appreciate it. It makes it more charming because of that. But also, it was interesting to see and realize that they actually all did use belts pretty much, at least in the early days. I just never really noticed it in the first one. I think because the first few didn't really show or put much focus on the belt, so I didn't really like look at it much. But you can also like recognize the fact that their belts and all of that stuff is definitely for merch. As expected of Toei. I mean, they do that with Purikyo too. Like the items that they use to transform gets even more fancier, or like you could just sniff out the merch from them. I think the one Kamen Rider that stood out though the most was the one that used its helmet instead of the belt to transform. And that itself was quite fascinating. But also, I think there was like one Kamen Rider that had like 4 finishers. That was also quite nice because it shows like they can have a lot of variety. The other ones only seems to be like 1 and maybe 3 max. More so 1 rather than 3 though, or even 2. So it was, I'm kind of hoping that in the rest they'll have a little bit more variety for the finishers, not just the kick, obviously. The kick needs to be there. I can see why they do the finisher for the kick, because it's just so iconic. Like you can't take out the kick and then say the other stuff are the finishers. It's kind of like saying, oh, like the super big beam blasts from Magical Girl shows like Purikyo or something as the finisher. If they didn't have that, it would just feel off, because it's what you would expect from the series. So for Kamen Rider, that's definitely the kick that is the iconic move. And especially since it is the finisher, it makes it even more iconic. But dang, I can imagine those that actually bought the merch for like these early writers. Oh, gosh, it must be so expensive considering how old it is and, you know, how iconic those writers can be. Like, dang. Oh. But I am looking forward to seeing the, I guess, more recent ones to see exactly where they put their focus on. Because if you notice, like I said it in the opening one as well, but the early ones are more like experimental. And then once they like reached like mid Heisei period, they started to hone in on like the strengths, and they kind of know at that point, like not have to do as much experimental things in regards to like how they film and then cut and put the series together. It feels a lot more clean, at least from the Henshin and finishers that I've seen so far. And you can kind of see that they're like having like certain habits when they do set those up and edit that. A lot of usage with light cutting and then zooms. It's all about smart editing for them, and I think it worked out pretty good. And I can see why it was so popular back in the day, because of all of that. In addition to like the concept, but the designs were just amazing, and I guess even the plot. I don't really know the plot in general, but it's definitely something that would appeal to many people, not just kids, but even adults, at least as a casual watch, to relax. I do wonder if it's more along the lines of a feel-good show or if it's not. Because I know a lot of you said that it's actually quite dark. So I do wonder like to what degree it could be considered dark. Because Purikyo is also pretty dark too if you have watched that like all the way to the end. But it's usually only dark near like the last half of the show. So I wonder if Kamen Rider is kind of similar to that, since it is made by Toei too. It would be an interesting concept to see if it's like a pattern that Toei tends to set for their series, especially for those that make them merch and brings them money, basically. In any case, if you enjoyed watching this, then be sure to give it a like, comment below, subscribe, and share. And do let me know which is your favorite henshin from this particular video that you've seen, or at least the up to Blade, I suppose, since I haven't watched Blade yet. That'll be the next video. So either way, let me know down below in the comments below, and make sure to give it a like, comment below, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!